coming to you live from all across America. This is the latest episode of Consistently Inconsistent Sports. I'm your host, Colin Morris, from Charleston, South Carolina, live. Joining me live from Biloxi, Mississippi, Layton, Tron, Markwood. Did you cry today?
Pleasure as always. If I cried today, it was tears of joy and relief.
Michael, all the way from where there is no limits on how many women you can love.
None. Absolutely none.
How does it do?
Dude, it does well for me. The city of Salt Lake City is not very happy Rudy Goldberg didn't make it. I'm just kidding.
Goldberg?
Yeah, dude. Goldberg.
That's what they call him in Utah.
Yeah, but the thing is, no one here actually gives a shit.
That's what I thought.
I have heard absolutely zero radio commentary, absolutely zero talk.
Do you listen to Utah sports radio? Because I would love to find
and
that.
I've heard essentially zero commentary on him missing the All-Star. I've seen a couple of news articles on ESPN, but the Utah news hasn't mentioned it at all.
Probably because Donovan Mitchell has had a sophomore slump for the ages.
Yeah. They also got
come
blown out last night.
I would say his last month has been vastly different from the first 2.5 months of the season. But that is key to why he's playing in the Rising Stars Challenge and not in the big boy game on Sunday. More on that later. But first, what had happened was LeBron's back tonight versus the Clippers. I don't really care, but he's back. I don't really, honestly, if I was LeBron, I would have waited until next Thursday just to see. Because why in the world do I want to go out there and play with a team that may not be there in a week?
Because he can help their trade value.
Okay, really? Brandon Ingram's averaging 24 points without LeBron there. He's doing just fine helping himself. The one who's not helping himself is Kyle Kuzma.
Yeah, he can help Kuzma easily, and he can help Lonzo Ball.
Pad the stats, baby.
Those are the two guys they probably have the most trade value out of, so you probably want to get rid of those guys.
It's crazy that Kuzma's legend, the legend of Kuzma, grew from the Summer League. He might be the most popular Summer League player of all time.
I love him in 2K, too. He's just a G.
And Lakers in Vegas in the desert. How long's the drive from Vegas to LA? It's 2.5 hours. And LA fans Vegas doesn't have a team. They have the WNBA team now. Go Asia. Go. What are they?
I don't remember what they are.
Aces. I think they're the Aces.
Yeah, something like that probably.
Ingram already has 9 points, 3 of 4 from the field, +6, plus or minus.
DeMarcus Cousins is whooping Joel Embiid right now. By the way, it is awesome. And Joel has a stank look on his face.
He doesn't get disrespected, though. He does the disrespecting. Favorite quote of the week, courtesy of Joel Embiid.
Okay, so cool. LeBron's back. Maybe he'll help their trade value. Maybe he won't. Josh Norman, quarterback of the Washington football franchise, said, we would have won the Super Bowl if Alex Smith was healthy.
Oh, no.
Oh,
dude,
no.
Did Jano fall down the stairs, bro? He must have hit his head because I don't know what he's talking about.
Does he still think Sean Taylor is out there playing safety? What's going on?
I just can't contemplate the whole why.
Adrian Peterson was good that.
Must have been the Henny. Can we get a new thing on here that whenever we hear somebody say something stupid, it's just blame it on the Henny, and then we can get sponsored by Hennessy. Hennessy, hit us up.
I've got an idea. Instead of calling the intro "What Had Happened Was," what if we just call
Henny
it?
Was?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so then Juju kind of had a similar thing where Juju Smith-Schuster came out and said, "We need to stop being the Kardashians of the NFL." And I think I correctly used those brackets in
sourcing. Yeah.
Exactly. Did I do that right?
Yeah,
He didn't say that, and then I did that.
Yeah.
That's what Mike Florio would say in his article on Pro Football Talk.
Yes. Nailed it. Crushing it.
All right, cool. Miss Hollis would be proud of you, man.
Miss Hollis would be proud. Thanks, dude. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. That was 9th grade English. That was a crazy class. I think it's pretty funny. Like, because they're so drama. There's no other team in the league that has this much drama on the field. I would say the Cowboys probably get it with Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry,
Right,
the whole
Zeke but Dak doesn't really talk like that. Like Dak isn't really that presser guy. Zeke isn't really.
No.
He really just talks about himself. If
Yeah.
someone wants to, like, if they come up and talk to Zeke, it's usually getting that quote of like, "Oh, I'm going for 185 and 3 today." Like, or trying to pump himself up. It's more of a cocky thing. It's not more of like a self-centered thing.
Not even that. Like, the only thing with Zeke is his off the field, law issues.
Right.
That's the thing.
Right. And that never seemed to penetrate the locker room.
Yeah, like who eats cereal like that?
I have, as Reese. I might. If Zeke ever wins if I win here, I'll make a stand. If I win the fantasy league next season, I will make a GIF of me eating cereal like Zeke.
There you go.
And it will be
The milk has to go everywhere, dude.
Yeah, so. Everywhere. Just a white T-shirt. I'll just go get a Michael Jordan white Hanes T-shirt so the collar doesn't stretch.
None of that bacon neck on those bad boys.
Yeah, no bacon neck on that. It's just
no tag, baby.
No tags. No tags. And then something else came up today, and this kind of has a little far-reaching implications. At least looking forward to next college football season. We aren't really probably going to talk about college football until the draft. And I've already started listening to some draft podcasts, just starting to get in the spirit.
Little hype.
It's a good one. It's First Draft with Mel Kiper Jr. and Todd McShay. It's pretty good. They get pretty deep. But Missouri is given a postseason ban for next season. And this is important because former Clemson quarterback Kelly Bryant committed to going to play for the Tigers. Now he's being given the option to retransfer. Any first thoughts on where he might go? Because that's really the only thing we can talk about this. I don't really care about Missouri's implications going forward. Good for them. They don't,
Dude, I don't really care where he goes too much. All I want is for him to be Chad Kelly, but actually play Clemson and beat them. That's what I want to see. I want to see Kelly Bryant go somewhere to play Clemson,
Louisville,
and beat them. Louisville, Duke, NC State.
Duke's
NC
great
State
call.
may use him.
Is there like a rule? Did he already apply? Has he already been going to an SEC school? Can he now transfer to an ACC school since he went ACC to SEC? Can he go back to ACC?
Right, bend the rules a little bit, but
somebody hire a lawyer.
I mean, this Clemson plays Georgia, but he's not going to start over Fromm, so that doesn't matter.
He would have to go.
He'd have to go to us.
He would have had to have hoped that Herbert went to the draft and gone to Oregon. Or the Washington kid bailed, but Duke is a good call.
I could see him staying within the conference and going to Auburn. They just lost Jared Stidham.
Ooh, that's a good call. I can see that.
That's a good call.
Gus Malzahn be all over that.
Gus likes himself a moving guy. Well, that'll be interesting to see. Just adds a little extra flavor to the the off season. Because there's really nothing else going on as far as – is there? Am I missing anything in college football right now? Because I don't feel like we are.
Not really.
Yeah, it's not college football season. Let's focus on the now.
Okay. Well, speaking of the now, today, the All-Star Reserves were announced. We're going to run through it, and then I'm going to give Leighton Markwood just – all the time he wants. Okay, so your starters for the East, or your reserves. Sorry, your reserves for the East. Kyle Lowry, Chris Middleton, Ben Simmons, Victor Oladipo, kind of, Blake Griffin, Nikolai Vucevic, and Leighton.
Bradley Beal.
Cheers to you, sir. You got him in.
The real deal.
How many times did you vote?
I actually only voted once because I wanted to see what the rest of the field would do. And truth be told, the reserves are only picked by the coaches, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Right. he was getting the call up from the coaches for sure. Interesting thing about Oladipo though, before you can just go a little more if you want. The projected people that I saw in terms of like votes were Jimmy Butler and D'Angelo Russell.
Actually, pretty surprised Jimmy didn't make the squad, but
Middleton's been showing out, and the coaches were picking, and Budenholzer, with his win tonight, is coaching the East team.
And I have a feeling the coaches hate Jimmy Butler because of what he does.
Yeah, nobody wants to deal with that. Yeah, nobody wants to deal with that. Jimmy's going to be there anyways. Nobody wants to have to play with him. But but imagine if him and Karl Anthony Towns were on the same team.
Yeah.
Giannis just goes out and picks Russ and Embiid, and then tries to mend up more relationships. Oh, man, that'd be great. That'd be great.
My guy from St. Louis, Missouri, Bradley Beal, averaging 25, 5, and 5, all career highs, shooting about 47, 48% from the field. His three-point is down this season, 36, but that's because he doesn't have John feeding him those wide-open corner threes. But what he's been able to do with John out for 15, 16 games now, he's averaging nearly 30 points, 7 assists, 6 boards a game. He's just on another level, and he's playing defense too. He's averaging about a steal and a half per game. The Panda is balling out. He should have been a starter. Sorry, Charlotte.
The Panda?
That's his nickname. He's the Panda.
Why?
Because he's real nice and docile, but then he'll just jam on you, just like what pandas do to Bamboo.
Okay.
It is what it is. He's real deal Beal, but he's the Panda.
Okay. So I heard an interesting nickname today for Nikolai Jokic was Honey Bear, or it was like Honey Pot or something.
Honey Pot?
Yeah, they called him the Honey Pot. Like Will Barton said, congratulations to the Honey Pot. Or it was like, I saw that episode of Art.
Yeah.
Like I saw that episode of Archer. I know what a honey pot is. Don't trick me like that.
I'm going to be real with you. So on basketballreference.com, they actually have listed his nicknames, and they're Joker and Big Honey.
Big Honey. That's what it was. Big Honey. That's what it was. Big Honey.
Yeah.
He is kind of like Big Honey. He's real big, European dude, smooth as hell, smooth as honey.
All right, let's move on to the West. We got Anthony Davis, the aforementioned Joker, LaMarcus Aldridge, Karl Anthony Towns, Klay Thompson, Dame, and Russ. So, Leighton, you gonna shame Russell Westbrook on tell me why somebody averaging? Explain to me why. Answer me this question: why somebody averaging a triple-double does not deserve to be in the All-Star game?
No, Russell Westbrook is a freak. He's obviously one of the best talents in the NBA currently, likely going to be a Hall of Famer. He's a freak, but he's also potentially the most inefficient player in the NBA. He's been overtaken by Paul George as the best player on the roster.
Dude, Paul George is amazing.
Yeah, but this is Russell Westbrook. This is his team. KD left him for dead. They acquired Paul George. It was thought, he would leave after one season. Now he's in his second season, and he's arms and legs better than Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook, because the guy cannot shoot anymore. He's not even hitting 30% of his threes. He's making less than 70% of his free throws. Each of the last 3 seasons, his field goal percentage, three-point percentage, and free throw percentage have dipped. He's barely shooting 40% from the field. Talk about inefficient play. You know who should be there? C.J. McCollum. Give me C.J. McCollum.
That was pretty convincing. But no. He's averaging a triple-double. He's getting in the All-Star game. What I'd have said, kick out Karl Anthony Towns and put in Luka.
Yeah, Luka should be there.
Timberwolves aren't a good enough team. Like Derrick, if anybody from the Timberwolves should have been an All-Star, it should have been Derrick Rose.
And Karl Anthony Towns is part of my language, but he's a little bitch boy.
Yeah.
And I couldn't say that to any other 7-footer in the world, but I'll say it to him.
Nobody wants that. He'd walk into cover 3, and we could take him. Straight up. Okay. Misses.
Or we'd make him just buy us a round of shots. Like, hey, Carl. Hey,
Yo,
buy some shots.
yo,
boy.
Cat.
It's on
Yo,
you,
Cat.
man.
Go Wolves. Yo. You want a song on the jukebox? No? Okay. All right. Misses. Big ones. Not really. Luca's there. So whatever. Luca, Tron, any big ones for you stick out? You said CJ, so I'll take
I'd go CJ McCollum. Yeah.
Michael.
I already said it, man. The Utah boy.
Gobert.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, if you thought that was the biggest thing that happened today, you'd be wrong. Because at around what I thought was around like 10:30 this morning, Kristaps Porzingis walked out of a meeting with the Knicks and said, "I don't want to be here anymore."
That was the fastest move in NBA history.
Okay. 2K. You couldn't trade an injured player. So Leighton, explain to me how this happened.
2K needs to change the rules so we can make these trades because clearly they're real. Does anyone know what Kristaps' like potential comeback is? He tore his ACL last December.
Yeah, he should be back training camp.
No, he should be back this season.
I thought that they were sticking him out the whole year.
But it was last December, right? Like I'm talking about December of 2017.
The latest thing I've seen is that he's going to be reevaluated in mid-February. He's making progress, but he's going to be reevaluated.
That would give him about a 13, 14-month timetable. Should be enough, but obviously...
He tore his ACL in February of 2018.
Okay, so 12-month. Okay, so he'll play this season. He should.
He both
should
dunked and shot
April.
threes during a practice on January 11th. I'll take it.
Honestly, I like this trade.
Yeah, I really, really like this trade.
For both teams, I like this trade.
In terms of the Knicks clearing up cap space, which you opened my eyes to. That was a smart move.
Right. And they're getting 2 first-rounders from the Mavs, which they can flip as well.
Right.
So they can turn this into Anthony Davis. Keep your eyes open.
You think that they could turn Dennis Smith Jr., DeAndre Jordan, 3 first-round draft picks?
I think they
that
should.
That means you're not going after Kevin Durant? Or are you just going after Kyrie?
No, you're going after both, but you're trading for Anthony Davis. So you're probably trading DeAndre Jordan.
I thought DeAndre not being on the cap was part of that $75 million. Because that 75 would be hard to cut up.
What do you mean not being on the cap?
Well, because DeAndre's on an expiring contract, isn't he?
He was just signed.
Oh, well, okay. Well, that makes it way worse. Yeah,
no,
they got to get him out of there.
Signed.
Yeah,
so
they got to get him out of there.
They trade him 2 firsts, and maybe they flip Dennis Smith Jr. as well. They're probably going to cut Wes Matthews and just turn that into dead space. That's my thoughts on it. And then you get Anthony Davis, and you should still theoretically have 2 max slots for Kyrie and KD.
Just to see. Let's see if the... Oh, okay. So the NBA trade machine has already put them on the other team. So ready, Layden? We're going to make this right now.
Do it.
All right, you guys banter for a little bit. I'm going to figure this out. Let's go... what did... So... I feel like Courtney Lee's probably going to be the odd man out, though, on the Mavs. I feel like he might be up for being cut.
He should be. His deal is kind of heavy. This might be the last year of his deal, though. But I like getting Tim Hardaway for the now to pair with Doncic. I feel like they play more together, whereas, Dennis Smith Jr. is more of an on-ball guy. Tim Hardaway, obviously more off-ball, corner 3, slasher. I think that could pair really well with Luka. And then when Kristaps get there, they have an elite. They can go 5 out.
Looking
with
at these
Doncic.
contracts, I don't think they can cut Wes Matthews because that means paying him $18 million.
No, but if it's over the course of 3 years.
Wes Matthews is on a 0 deal. He's on it says 0 years left. Like like it's an expiring deal, right?
So then they just keep him for this year. If this is
Right. So then
the
they just
last
keep
year,
him and let him go.
or they can cut him and it's $6 million over the next 3 or whatever Dallas hasn't paid him this year. It's broken down into the next 3 years as dead cap.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Let's see. Let's see if this will work. DeAndre Jordan cannot be traded in combination with another player. That's what it said.
He was just acquired. This is going to have to be an off-season move. I think it's a 45-day limit. Before he can be moved.
So that's where I'm kind of at the point where I don't think this is going to wait that long. I don't think they're going to wait that long.
I think they will.
I think they just got fever. You know,
Who?
I think they just.
Oh, you think the Pelicans got fever?
Yeah.
But their best potential trade partner is Boston, and they can't do anything until July. And they already said they're not trading him to the Lakers. That might be their next.
That changed. That literally changed. Woj tweeted that at like 1 o'clock, and then at 4 o'clock had said that the Lakers and the Pelicans had talked on the phone today and intend to re-pick up talks before Thursday's deadline. The Lakers supposedly offered 5 packages, one being the one of what I put in the thing. It's Lonzo, Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, Zubac, and a first-round pick.
That's a lot for
that
a
is
guy
so much.
Who might
what
not
do the
even
Lakers
sign
look
with
like?
them.
Like that's not even a team.
It's like you got LeBron and Anthony Davis.
And then Rondo, JaVale McGee.
Yeah. Like you got some older guys, you know, Rondo.
KCP, who's a joke.
They're going to have to pick up a bunch of two-way players or guys on vet minimum.
Yo, what if
Juwan Howard might come back? Chris Bosh might finally return to basketball.
Yeah, it's going to be like Jose Calderon. It's going to be our like all 40s team.
Oh,
Udonis Haslem and Jose Calderon.
UD still plays for the Heat, doesn't he? Or did he retire?
I thought we did this the last time. There's no
do we?
Still plays.
Udonis Haslem, the official spokesperson of the Consistently Inconsistent Show.
Oh my God, he is still playing.
Okay, so good. All right, we did decide that, and that is what is happening. All right.
And
okay.
He's still on the Heat. Goodness.
Any final basketball thoughts?
I've recently seen more tweets that say Blake Griffin doesn't want to move, and it makes me sad.
Oh, well, yeah. He's finally the best player on a team.
Yeah, he's the face of Detroit.
I mean, do you want to be the face of Detroit, though?
It's a historical franchise in a city that likes basketball. He's a star.
Is that just
I would rather want to be the best player on the Pistons than the best player on the Jazz.
He can get free Dodges, Jeeps, and Chryslers. I'll
guarantee Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell don't finish their careers in Utah.
It's probably a good play. But like, you know, is Blake Griffin just like the makeup on the pretty face that when you wipe it off, it's just like this nastiness behind it? That is Detroit.
No, it's the face of a stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
He's a great stand-up comedian.
That is his after NBA career for sure.
Yeah. So closing thoughts. I think we'll do a Super Bowl recap, and then we'll do a trade deadline pickup if any more trades happen over the weekend, which I'm sure they will, because you know all the rich owners are going to be hanging out together in Atlanta this weekend for the Super Bowl. Bum, 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 bum. Is it Super Bowl 53? Did I count the eyes right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
I always get lost. I don't know.
I don't care anymore. Who gets the Super Bowl? Who cares? And I'm finding out nobody cares about the Super Bowl here at all.
Nobody cares down here, man. The Saints lost. It's over.
Yeah. Even my dad said he's sick of it.
A lot of Mormons don't seem to watch football at all. So,
well, you're gonna get an AFL team, and they'll find some way to support that, or the AFA, not the AFL, the AFA.
I just wish we had a hockey team. To be completely honest with you, that's what I want. But
yeah, you need one more than Raleigh, North Carolina. No offense.
Yeah. Hey, don't bash my Canes like that. Pew, pew, pew. They have a winning record.
And I don't think anybody outside of Raleigh, North Carolina knows that. And on to the Super Bowl. New England opens up. I almost said New Orleans. New England opens up as a 2.5-point favorite. Over-under sitting at 56.5. It's dropped 1.5 over the 2 weeks since it opened. It opened at 58. Now you can do that math. I think this should be a good game. I think we're going to see a really good offense go up against a really good defense. And that's the game. The game, and my dad told me on the phone, I talked to him before we recorded. He said the game's going to be won if the refs let Tom Brady get hit. If they let Tom Brady get hit.
They didn't let him get hit in the Kansas City game.
Dude, he hasn't been touched. Refs. He hasn't been touched the entire playoffs.
He also hasn't played an offensive line. Look at the teams he's played. He played the Chiefs, and then who did he play before that?
The Chiefs led the league in sacks.
Did they? Because I felt like that defense was one of the worst-ranked defenses in football.
Their secondary was awful.
They led the league in sacks. They had one of the best third-down defenses in football. It was, I believe, the Chiefs and then Steelers for top sack teams this year.
Well,
they didn't even touch Brady, and when they did, it was roughing the passer.
That one across the chest.
And that wasn't even like a big hit. Like the dude like draped his arm on Brady, and they called it roughing the passer. That was.
I just want to see Aaron Donald light him up. I've been waiting for so long to see somebody just eat him up.
Dude, the last person to eat him up like that was Von Miller and Terrence Knighton. Pot roast, baby.
Pot roast.
I think it's going to have to be Ndamukong Suh and who's the guy they got from Jacksonville? Fowler. Because Belichick is going to do something wild to contain Aaron Donald. He might put 3 guys on him.
He might go out there and
Rex Burkhead keying every play on Aaron Donald. You don't want to mess with that little white boy.
Okay, so let's break it down. Yeah.
He's so scrappy, such hustle.
Really just a go-getter. He's really just an all-in guy. He's a team-first guy. Let's start with the Rams. We'll break it down from the Rams. Jared Goff. What do we think Goff's going to get out of this? Is this going to be put up or shut up, or does he need to go out there and win this game?
I don't think he does, honestly. Like, you look at that team, you see it's built around Wade Phillips leading this. On paper, at the beginning of the season, this was supposed to be like the greatest defense of all time, right? Like they got Marcus Peters, they brought in Aqib Talib, Ndamukong Suh showed up with Aaron Donald. Like it was supposed to be the greatest thing ever.
Aqib Talib,
and he didn't snatch any chains, man.
No chains. He
didn't play Crabtree.
Exactly, he didn't play Crabtree.
He didn't play Crabtree. But like the defense, honestly, for the Rams underperformed like a large portion of the season, and they're finally stepping it up better. But like you look at the offense, and it's very heavily relying on Jared Cook, the tight end, and the running game.
Cook plays for the Raiders. Higbee? You mean Higbee?
It's on Brandon Cooks and
Brandon Cooks.
Robert Woods.
Brandon Cooks, and then
I got the wrong
Higbee,
Cooks.
right?
But you don't see Goff airing it out every game.
Right.
I mean, like when he played Kansas City, sure, it was like an offensive juggernaut battle and whatnot. And no, when he played the Saints. But now it's just, they lean on Gurley and CJ Manderson for the entire playoffs, and I don't see that changing.
Well, I haven't seen them lean on Gurley. I've seen them lean on Anderson. So my dad was curious of this too, and I am too. Have they been stashing Gurley, waiting for this game?
No, I think something is seriously wrong with Gurley. I think he's probably going to have knee surgery at the end of the season after the Super Bowl. And Goff has already proved himself. He won last week or 2 weeks ago. He won the Saints game. That was all on him. Anderson couldn't get anything going. Todd Gurley had 4 carries. It was on the defense stepping up in the second half, and Jared Goff consistently making beautiful deep throws down the field, whether it be to Woods or Cooks. I think Goff is going to have a really good game, despite a solid secondary that New England is going to pull out. But Goff is going to play good enough to win this game. The question is Gurley going to be healthy? Is he going to be mentally stable? Because they're going to need the Todd Gurley that we saw at Georgia, or the Todd Gurley we saw the first 6, 7, 8 weeks of the season.
I read an article this week that was saying that is C.J. Anderson a better fit for the Rams offense than Todd Gurley? And if so,
I need that writer to retire this instant because that's bullshit.
like, it's situational. Fact is, they can plug C.J. Anderson into most of the plays that Todd Gurley runs, minus the wheel route passes out to the outside that he can take for 65 yards and a touchdown. You just got to let him go. I hope they've just been sitting on him.
No, I guarantee he's going to have surgery, and it's going to be one of those things where, like, well, he was injured in week 3, and we just kind of had to ride him.
That won't go over well.
No, but he's already made all that money. Like, he's got all that guaranteed money, so.
Well, I guess we can move to the Pats.
Actually, real quick, I just want to throw it out there. C.J. Anderson is only 30 pounds lighter than Aaron Donald is.
What's his
Aaron Donald trimmed down. In C.J. Anderson's defense.
Aaron Donald trimmed down. Big boy right now.
Yeah, what are they listing him at now? 260?
Aaron Donald is currently, I think, 270 somewhere in there on is what he's listed.
He trimmed down, dude.
And then C.J. Anderson is a healthy like 230 right now, I think is what it was.
No, that's Donald's got to be like 290.
No, dude, he trimmed down. That's why he's so good.
I just thought that was an interesting fact. After one of you guys shared that Instagram post about CJ's comment, I think I just saw it late and you liked it. It was CJ Anderson's comment to the call me fat, call me thick, they can't tackle me or something like that.
It was amazing. It was fat, thick, I don't care, man. They can't tackle me.
Yeah. So I had to look up his weight after I saw that post.
And you know the crazy stats you hear when you're watching Late Night Sports Center. I had one of those last night. 7 or 8 times has the number one offense in terms of points scored made it to the Super Bowl. The only team to win 2000 Rams. The 99 Rams? Is it the 99 Rams?
Wait, what did you say with the number one offense?
Yes. The only team the 7 times has a team made it to the Super Bowl with the number one offense. The Rams are that team. Also this season. But the only team out of that group to have won the Super Bowl was the Rams in the early 2000s.
Yeah, I know there's only been 3 teams all time that have scored like more than 500 points that have won the Super Bowl. The last team to do it was the 2009 Saints.
Dude, I'm just glad the Broncos haven't had a team recently like that, because that'd be a crazy Super Bowl. I'm sure it'd be quite the matchup.
The Rams did score over 500 points this year, so they could be eligible to break that rule.
Okay, so let's break down the inevitable Super Bowl champion, New England Patriots. Tom Brady's won 5 Super Bowl championships.
6 after Sunday.
See, and I kind of want him to win 6, so I don't have to hear Steelers fans say, "We are the most rings! We are the most rings!" That'd be so great if there would be another team that would be able to.
But then you got to hear Patriots fans do the exact same thing.
It's fine. It's fine.
Fans do the exact same thing. I can lessen the Steelers' blow.
Yeah, I'll take the Pats fans saying it. I'll just be like, all right, dude, like, enjoy Boston, man. Enjoy your Starbucks.
Yeah, do you remember a time when your team was bad? Because your parents do, and they aren't as big of assholes as you are. True fact for every millennial Patriots fan.
Yeah.
Their parents are probably way nicer and way humbler about sports. But then at the same time, they grew up watching
The Celtics.
Yeah, the Celtics. So like Larry Bird is like, right.
Yeah. Dude, I'll tell you what, when I got out of the car over the Christmas holidays in Boston in front of Colleen's house, as soon as I got out the car, it was just the air was just full of scumbag. I mean, it was like it was just like a deep breath of, oh God, what is that?
What is that smell?
Yeah.
Revolution.
Yeah.
You just hear whispers. Red Sox won again.
And it's a constant.
Celtics have Kyrie.
It's just like on the wind.
If AG doesn't get traded, he's ours. They can't say no. No team could say no to an offer that included Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. No team. Hey man, we'll give except for like Giannis, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, LeBron James. I think that's it. Russell Westbrook, maybe James Harden.
Brick.
Bill Belichick. You know what a guy. You know.
Did you see his comment about the book? Someone asked him.
Smiled. Did you see him smile?
It's creepy.
I felt really uncomfortable.
Right?
Like,
the comment about the book, though, he's like, well, I'm going to focus on the Rams and whatnot. And then he's like, but wait, would you buy it? Like, guys, would you buy it?
What book?
Well, someone asked him if, like, when he retires, if he's going to write a book.
Oh.
And he's like, well, I'm focused on the Rams right now, right? He gave the typical Belichick answer. And then he, like, had a long pause and he's like, would you buy it? Like,
everybody would buy that book, Bill. We all want to know what the hell is going on inside of your head. Like, please.
What deal with the devil did you make? How much did you lose?
What if every sentence is like maximum 6 words? The whole book. It's just like statements.
No, it's one word sentences. It's
Thoughts by Bill Belichick.
Hustle, grit,
attitude,
victory, grit,
hustle,
white,
momentum, surging. Any more?
We're still here. We're still here. And then it just ends with no days off.
Okay. Julian Edelman, man. If somebody doesn't stop Julian Edelman on 3rd down, I will literally shit a chicken on Sunday. If Julian Edelman gets more than 4 first downs on third down, I will lose my mind.
Yo, what are the odds that they run the Philly special?
Oh, I was thinking the same thing.
The Patriots running it, not like the Rams.
To Tom Brady for the win.
To Tom Brady running the Philly special with Julian Edelman throwing the ball to Brady.
No, Brady's proved he can't make that play. They bring in Brian Hoyer this time.
Yeah.
No, but then you know it's coming.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do. It's Brian Hoyer. He's number 6.
Oh, Brian Hoyer. He's coming in. He's definitely going to catch the football. No, that isn't what you're thinking.
No, they're going to re-sign Tebow for like 1 game is what they're going to do.
No, dude, somehow Julian Edelman throws the ball and catches the ball. It takes it in.
If anybody's going to do that kind of shit in a trick play, it would be Julian Edelman. Like,
he would somehow find a way to do it. He would become the Larry Bird of football. Let me find every way to win this game.
Hey, did you guys see what former NFL great said that they should consider putting Edelman in the Hall of Fame?
Was that
It wasn't Teddy Bruschi.
Is it one that has advanced CTE right now? Like
it was, I can't remember who it was, but it's like a guy who is either in the Hall of Fame or is probably going to be in the Hall of Fame. And he was like, we really need to consider the possibility of Julian Edelman being a Hall of Fame football player.
Wait, what?
I saw the headline.
I'm looking for it. It took me to Julian Edelman GIF. instead of
Deion
Hall of
Branch
Fame.
apparently said it,
Okay.
but that's a Patriot.
Julian Edelman. Oh, Julian Jackson. Oh, here we go. Yeah, it was Deion Branch.
All right, never mind. It doesn't count. That's a Patriot.
Former future Hall of Famer Deion Branch.
Super Bowl MVP, Deion Branch.
Okay. All right. Let's get to a little fun stuff. So, Leighton, before you hopped into the chat, I found this article that was Fox News prop bets. It was a Fox News article that had prop bets. And I was very shocked by some of these prop bets. Let that Fox News approve this. So, clearly, the first one was, who is the first person the winning QB thanks in their on-field post-game interview? Obviously, even though it's not the best odds, God was the number one on Fox News. Plus 800. Wife or family, plus 160. Teammates, minus 160. Heavy favorites. Coach, 700, plus 700. Fans, plus 800. Anything other, plus 1,300. Will the winning team accept the offer to visit the White House? Yes, minus 950. No, plus 551.
Do those odds change depending on who wins? Like,
I would love to see that. Yeah, we'd love to see
if the Pats win, does that just skew like crazy one way? Like,
the Rams are not going. The Pats will, but some of the players will not go.
So really, the odds on the game should be the same as this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. What food will Trump serve the winning football team? Heavy favorite is fast food and pizza.
I'm going Chick-fil-A.
Mexican food plus 900. Chinese food plus 600.
It's definitely
Indian
not going to be
food plus 1,500. Italian food plus 150.
No, wait. What was that tweet he had a couple years back where it was like, I think it was like a nacho bowl or whatever, and he was like, Trump Tower makes the best nacho salad or something like that. Do you remember? Y'all remember that?
No, it was Cinco de Mayo.
Yes.
And it was pre-President Trump, and he was sitting at his desk in Trump Tower.
It was campaign Trump.
Right, campaign Trump at his desk in Trump Tower, and he was eating the nachos. It was like the plate of nachos that they made for him. He's like, "Happy Cinco de Mayo, everyone!"
Trump Tower has the best nachos on the planet. Something like
Cheese
that.
whiz for days. Sushi plus 2,000.
No chance.
Put $10 on sushi, win 20 grand, boys. Let's go.
No chance.
Total tweets from Trump on Super Bowl Sunday. That's all day. Over 9.5. Over under is 9.5.
Oh, that's all up to the commercials.
Yeah.
Like, is Kaepernick going to have a commercial? Because that's going to spew 5 tweets right there.
Sad.
Is Adam Levine and Maroon 5 going to do something like kneel on the podium during the halftime show? That's
just 10, kneel during She Will
tweets
Be Loved.
Right there.
And she will be loved. Just kneel the whole time. Sick.
I actually feel like Big Boy and Travis Scott are going to come out like fist raised
in
talking
Kaepernick
about
jerseys.
Colin Kaepernick in Kaepernick unis. I have a feeling that's happening.
In Atlanta?
Especially after that article that came out about the NFL like internally polling the fan base to see how they felt about Colin Kaepernick.
Right.
Would that be worse than a nip slip?
Yeah.
In terms of
I would say in terms of the NFL and like what it would do for them.
I think if this game was broadcast on Fox, they would cut the feed.
Just straight up, we have technical difficulties. Please stand by.
That'd be awesome. All right, the number of times the government shutdown is mentioned, halftime not included. The over-under is 0.5. So it's either a yes or no question.
I'm taking the under here. They don't want to go political.
Number of typos. See, here's the one where it got me on Fox News. Number of typos in Donald Trump's tweets on Super Bowl Sunday. All day, deleted tweets count. This is on Fox News. If he read this, he would go batshit crazy.
You know, he can't read that much.
He was ripping Fox News the other day.
Love it.
Like, he was saying that they knew less than fake news CNN and whatever else he called NBC.
Wasn't that because what's-her-face went off on him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Will Brady lead New England from behind in the fourth quarter or overtime to win?
Yes.
No is the favorite at -650.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Game-winning field goal, as always.
Who gets the first sack, Sue or Donald? +155 to Sue, -210 to Aaron Donald.
I would go with Donald. I know they're going to double team him, chip him, but I still feel like Donald. Sue is not impressed.
Can I take the field? No, Sue was a beast last week.
I'm looking at season play, though.
But the playoffs, Sue has been the guy. Donald has been kind of quiet. Sue's been amazing.
Ooh.
Maybe he's been quiet. He's saving his energy so he can go like full Super Saiyan in the Super Bowl.
Number of overturned challenges, over under 1.
Challenges.
Oh man, boy.
That's not like booth reviews. That's challenges.
Challenges.
I would go with the under if it's challenges. I'd go with the under.
Will Tony Romo predict the result in a touchdown? Absolutely.
I mean, yeah, that's easy money, boys.
Yeah, I listened to Bill Simmons did a whole podcast with one of his friends, and they said, who knew that the quarterback in Atlanta under the most pressure on Sunday would be Tony Romo?
Would be Tony Romo. You see Wade
Just
Phillips?
imagine, like, this whole over the last 2 weeks, and Leighton, we're part of this because we talked about it in our group chat. We've created this legend of Tony Romo, the broadcaster. Like, he's now become the greatest color commentator of our generation in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And imagine if he comes out and calls a play wrong.
Ooh.
Like,
it's over.
It's over, right?
His career's
like,
over.
He can't do it anymore because until he's wrong, he's just going to get hired by somebody, right? Like, I feel like this has to be like a 2.5 year stint.
I would love him to come out and be like, okay, we got trips right. We got single safety over the top. This is clearly going to be 4 verts. They're going across the middle.
Oh, my God.
It's going to be
Tony Michelle up the middle for a 65-yard Patriots touchdown.
No, even better. It's a 3-yard draw play. Like Rex Burkhead, 3 yards.
Or Donald sacks, fumbles, and then Sue runs it in for a touchdown.
No. Sacks don't count because
you can't see
play
that
could have developed too deep. But if it's like, okay, this is for sure going to be 4 verticals. He's looking single coverage to his left. If it's not there, he's going over the top. Rex Burkhead up the middle, 2 yards.
Yeah. You see the reporter ask Wade Phillips how he plans on stopping the Patriots. He said he's just going to have Tony Romo wired into his headset.
Yes.
Ooh, guys, we're getting to the fun ones now.
Yeah. Did he say that with his father's fur coat on and the cowboy hat?
I wish.
Okay. Will Kylie Jenner appear on camera? Yes, +155. No, -200.
Is that because she's dating Travis Scott? Is that who she's dating?
So then the next question is, will Travis Scott be shirtless at any moment during the halftime show?
100%.
Yes, +1,000.
Yeah.
No, -2,500.
I doubt he'll wear a shirt, period. Unless it's a Kaepernick jersey.
They had similar bets to this when the Red Hot Chili Peppers did it. It was all about if Flea was going to have a shirt on or not.
Yeah.
Will Adam Levine be shirtless at any moment during the halftime show? Yes, +2,000. No, -7,000.
Is that really how high it is for the yes?
That's really how high it is.
My goodness. I'd take the no.
Will Andre 3000 join Big Boy on stage? Yes, +1,200. No, -2,500.
I'd love for him to, but I feel like he won't.
And here we go, boys. Will SpongeBob Will SpongeBob inflatable or costume be used during the halftime show?
So is that guaranteed that Maroon 5 is going to do SpongeBob?
They've teased it, but nothing's guaranteed.
I think the tease that Michael set that was right is that the dude that voices Squidward is introducing the halftime show.
Yeah, that is a fact. That is confirmed. But
why? I don't get. What's the tie between Maroon 5 and SpongeBob, or is it
there was a petition like on the change.org or whatever to have SpongeBob's Sweet Victory from the Super Bowl episode played at the Super Bowl, and it got like 1 million signatures on it or something like that. It was like a crazy amount. And then ever since then, Maroon 5, like you've seen it on like ESPN has been talking about it stuff. And then Maroon 5 actually liked a video from Live Nation that was like teasing the Super Bowl show. And they actually like do a split-second cut to SpongeBob in the video. And then Squidward, the guy who does it, is voicing it. So there's like all these hints and whatnot, but they haven't straight up said we're going to do it.
Well, did you guys see that amazing like 30-second clip on Twitter where it was the Sweet Victory video synced up to sicko mode?
Yeah.
No. It could be Travis Scott who comes out and does a little SpongeBob.
Can you imagine if it's Travis Scott, dude?
Dude, if y'all have not seen that video, you need to see it.
Please send it to us. Please text it to us. Please put it in the group chat. Here's a good one. Will SpongeBob take a knee during the halftime show in protest? Must appear for action. So this is assuming that SpongeBob comes out on stage. Will he take a knee? Yes, plus 3,000. Go put $10 on yes. Come out a fatly rich man. Any other fun ones? It's like the ones we talked about last week. Will the words Deflategate be used? Will the roof of the stadium be closed at the kickoff? I say no.
I just posted it.
Yeah. We're getting into the post show here, folks, for the one person still chilling in the audience.
I think it might be me, actually.
Yeah, I think it might be Michael.
Because I have the feed up, but anyway.
Trying to play it, but it won't play. I'll find it. Anthony Trucco. All right, got it. Any other fun ones? Will any player give a ball to a fan? What will the first song play by Maroon 5 be? Will it be mentioned that Todd Gurley and Sony Michel were teammates at Georgia? Yes, plus
I hate that so much, by the way, that they're both at the freaking Super Bowl. Oh, my God.
Will both Gurley and C.J. Anderson have a rushing touchdown? Yes, plus 500. No, minus 800.
We
got to do our MVP picks, though.
Yes, I was getting to that at the end of this, but this is a very long list of prop bets. Prop bets go on forever. Here we go. Odds to win Super Bowl MVP. Here's the good ones. All right, here we go. Tom Brady, obviously, heavy favorite. Minus 120. Jared Goff, plus 225. Everybody else, you are making bank. If you think anybody else is going to be the MVP of the Super Bowl, go put money on it. Because there is mucho money to be made. Aaron Donald, plus 1210. C.J. Anderson, plus 2129. Sony Michel, plus 1210. Todd Gurley, plus 1792. James White, plus 2075. The Super Bowl MVP. Ugh. Brandon Cooks, 4,500. Julian Edelman, 4,500. Somebody go put $5 on Julian Edelman. He's probably going to have 4 touchdowns. Rex Burkhead, 6,500. Gostkowski has the same odds as Robert Woods.
You know what I'm going? Rob Gronkowski. He's going on top. 3 touchdowns, 150 yards.
That's plus 4,000 bet, bud. You want to walk on down to the... I mean, he looked Gronky.
What he did in that fourth quarter.
He was nasty in the fourth quarter. He was out there just reaching for it. Ooh, boy.
He's feeling energized. He loves Radio Row. He loves Super Bowl week. He knows this is it. Like he's said as much.
It's Guyne's favorite commercial. Hi, I am Gronk, and I am big. This is a Tide Pod, and it is small. Have you not seen this?
No.
It's a good
Oh my God! Please look it up. Please.
Is it him encouraging people not to consume?
Dude, it's literally just him holding a Tide Pod and saying, "Hi, I'm Gronk, and I'm big. This is a Tide Pod, and it is small."
And that's it.
But it packs a big punch when I put it into my clothes.
Into my mouth.
Yeah, into my mouth. Please don't do that.
I still like the one where he busts his head through the window because it's snowing outside. The snow day one.
I feel like he actually did that too. They're like, "Hey Gronk, like we could just have you come through," and he's like, "Boom!"
Yeah.
Oh no, we were gonna edit in post. You didn't have to actually come through the wall, buddy.
Yeah, right.
Wait, they put Devin McCourty and Gerald Everett as odds and gave them odds, but didn't give Stephon Gilmore odds to win the MVP? That's so insulting.
Well, it's probably McCourty's last game too. I don't know why Everett's on there, but
Cordero Patterson has odds.
yeah.
But he's fast as hell, bro.
Trey Flowers has odds.
Patterson doesn't even play anymore now.
Corey Littleton has odds. Tyler Higbee has odds at 25,000.
Yo, what are Giselle's odds?
100% gorgeous. Over under 100%.
I could take those. I could take those odds.
Oh, I got to grab my charger. Laptop's about to die.
All right. Michael.
Yo.
Who are you going with?
Like if my heart could get its way, it would be like Todd Gurley gets the Super Bowl MVP, but the Patriots win.
Yes, so that's not going to happen. So what's really going to happen?
What's really going to happen is that I'm going to take the Julian Edelman, man. I'm going with a long shot. Julian Edelman's going to be responsible for at least 3 touchdowns, 100 yards of offense, whether it's passing, running, throwing.
Taking Jared Goff.
If you want my betting pick, it's Gronk, but like my legitimate pick is Tim Terrific. It's Tom Brady.
Okay. So that means you think the Patriots are going to win. All right.
Yep.
All right.
Like I said, on the last second field goal, probably 30-27, 33-30. Something like that. Maybe even OT.
Okay, so let's make our game picks. Scores and all, boys. Michael, what do you got?
See, like, do I give you what I want to happen or what I think is going to happen? What's going to happen?
What's going to happen? Yeah.
Okay, what's going to happen? The Patriots are going to win 27-24. Gostowski field goal to take it all. But my heart wants the Rams to win because I picked them at the beginning of the year to win the Super Bowl.
Lama Ding Dong?
I think it's going to be pretty high scoring. I think both teams are scoring in the 30s. I'm going 34-31. America's team, New England Patriots.
I realized I didn't say who Michael thought was going to win. Okay. Can't sit here and let this happen and let you guys make this podcast all Pats picks. So the only way the Rams are going to win is if this is just a shootout and they just stick it, or
dude, I take the Pats in a shootout.
They run Todd Gurley.
Yeah, that's what they need. They need
run
to control
Todd
the clock.
Gurley, run Manderson, run them into the ground. And that's why the score of the Super Bowl will be Los Angeles 27, New England 17.
Oh, 17 points for Tim Terrific, the guy who threw for over 500 yards and put up.
Because here's the thing, it doesn't matter. Tell me if this game, if Tom Brady lost this game, would he still not be the greatest quarterback of all time?
I mean, it depends on how he plays a little bit.
But he made it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So you still say that, right? Like he, made it to back-to-back Super Bowls. Not back-to-back. Made it to 2 in the last 3.
Yeah.
Is that back-to-back?
So other than that one Super Bowl against the Giants, that first Super Bowl against the Giants, Tom's been amazing in every Super Bowl, right?
Right.
So if you think they're only going to put up 17, that tells me that Tom is not going to have a good game. Or you just think the Rams are going to dominate the clock and Brady's not going to have enough possessions.
Yes. Yeah, so that'll do it for this episode. Consistently inconsistent. You can catch a fresh episode of Fast Breaks and Hot Takes on Spotify, iTunes, Alexa, Google, wherever you get them. It's there. Still working on getting this one. I wasn't talking to you, girl.
Alexa's up and ready.
She's always ready, man. The A word is always ready.
Hey, Alexa, make me some chocolate.
Oh, sorry, I don't know how to do that. Oh, really? Are you so all-knowing? Leighton, take us out. What's something else other than the Super Bowl coming up in the next week that you're like, can't miss it?
The NBA trade deadline next Thursday.
Boom. And they can find you at the name LAYTONMARKWOOD. WOOD. Bam.
Beautiful.
Chucky Taco. Stay warm. Is it cold out there?
It's not too bad. It's in the 20s. I mean, it's not Chicago weather right now. Like it's not minus 50 like Chicago.
You guys see that golfer golfing in shorts?
Yeah,
like minus 40, and he's like out there taking drives.
So
put some pants on, you moron.
It's cold, but it's not. I can't complain when Chicago's like it's minus 50, guys. Like I can't really complain when you see that. But
yeah,
I got one thing that's not necessarily happening this week though for you, Colin. It's actually a tweet that happened today. So apparently, Josh McDaniels has stated the Patriots have a room in the stadium where coaches sleep in floating tanks that simulate 4 to 5 hours of sleep in 40 minutes.
Whoa, where can I get this?
So the Patriots
I'm going
officially
to
have a
direct
hyperbolic time chamber.
Yeah,
which is why
I'm literally going to say I'm going to direct you to Dragon Ball Z, where they go into the hyperbolic time chamber to train for extended periods of time.
Yeah.
So we just need to expand that tiny space into a big space. Okay, here we go. Michael provides links.
That's to the Reddit thread, and the comments are actually pretty funny. The source is actually whether you trust it or not, but
Daniel said the Patriots have a room. Float tanks are great, but simulating 5 hours of sleep in 40 minutes is nonsense. You know what simulates 5 hours of sleep? 360 minutes of sleep. Except that's 6 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
So Belichick strategy, always giving 120%.
There was one who was like, you remember when Tom Brady had like the really long hair? They're like he stayed too long in the hyperbolic chamber like during the off season, and he like simulated 4 years of his life, so his hair was just really long when he got out.
I heard the Patriots have a wizard who looks at all the possible outcomes of the Super Bowl beforehand, and it's a gif of Doctor Strange moving his head back and forth from Avengers.
Yeah.
I bet they use DMT to figure out the best routes. Wow. As opposed to being a parent to toddlers, which simulates no sleep over an 8 to 10 hour period. The Patriots have unlocked the secret of time travel and mastered its use for extended sleep experience. Can I spend like 12 legit hours in one of these? That would actually be pretty sick if you slept for 12 hours in one of those. It was like... Yeah.
I see one comment that says Dragon Ball lore on /r/NFL. I love it.
We've made it. That's sick. Well, you can find me at _C Morris for all things, whatever, really. It's all the stuff. Cool. Hit us up, like the video, subscribe. Make sure you hit the little things down below. Do it. Just do it. Just hit the. Just hit it. Just hit it.
Do it.
Let the good people at Nike say, "Just do it," and that'll do it for us. We'll see you next time. Probably sometime later after the Super Bowl. Probably Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, maybe we'll have some more NBA trades to crack.
Woo! I hope so. Okay, bye. Cool. Peace. Later. We're out.